like Illumination planned ahead. They're gonna make a new short. It's called Moon. This basically takes place after Despicable Me 1. So it clearly shows Vector on the moon with that other minion. And it seems like his buddies came to rescue him. My brother's eating a sandwich right now. And I'm gonna eat my ramen. I have it right here. Right here. I just can't eat it right now because I'm really loud when I eat ramen, so I don't want to. Since I keep forgetting, I'm going to just finally do it. I've talked about it a lot, but I'm finally going to do it. I'm going to make a new cover beta for Chad and Jeremy Kids. Where's the beta, actually? It's right here. This is the only known beta. I don't know whether or not to have Chad and Jeremy wear clothes. I mean, they are kids. They're kids, though. I mean, the bears and wee baby bears don't wear clothes, and neither do the bears and wee bears. So, yeah, I'm going to be talking about the Illumination short, along with drawing Chad and Jeremy Kids. So, let me just get the Chad and Jeremy as a whole. Okay. And, there we go. We got them as a reference. So, this short is going to play during migration. I feel Illumination didn't know how to market properly, so they're just going to play the short along with migration. Illumination, I get Minions is very profitable for you, but migration is your newest product. Don't you think it's best to maybe have a short based on migration instead of Minions? They did this also with The Secret Life of Pets as well. So this isn't the only time that Illumination has paired a Minion short to go along with something. Yeah. So I'm just going to call it Chad and Jeremy Kids, Beta. And I'm going to listen to Spyro, Year of the Dragon music. Bello. Yeah. Bello. Did you hear in the news? We're going to be getting a new Illumination short. From what I heard, it's 8 minutes long? Wow. Mentor? What? Oh, is it because the short features Vector? Oh, yeah. Zook, somewhere, is really happy right now. Jason Segel's gonna come back to, reprise his role. And Pierre Coffin is always going to be the Minions, as usual. He's been holding that serum for so long. That's the Minion that went up into space because he drank that anti-gravity serum. And we haven't heard from him since. There he is right there in all of his glory, holding the serum, and his buddies coming to rescue him. What kind of Minion is that? Who is that? I mean, it makes sense that he's the head honcho, like he's the one that's like controlling it. Tall Minions are leaders after all. Okay. I know I keep saying that I'm going to draw this, but I've never really gotten the chance to. And since now, I think it's time I finally work on the beta cover for Chad and Jeremy Kids. Yes, the voice actor Vector is back. I mean, you heard his voice, right? Alright, let me just get the Spyro music ready. Spyro, You're the Dragon, OST, Country Speedway. And I got Chad and Jeremy right there. So I'm just probably going to draw them as kids. Hold on a second. It looks like Kevin with a different hairstyle. It could be Mason, it could be Ken, it could be Tim. But note that Kevin was the one that stayed behind in Despicable Me 3. Maybe the villains are gonna team up. I mean, think about it. You have Vector from the first Despicable Me, and we haven't seen him since. So this could be a pretty big deal. The short is called Mooned, and I know that it's going to be 8 minutes long. Jeez, 8 minutes long? Illumination. Why is your short 8 minutes long? Jeez, guys, your new movie, Migration, you gotta do more with it. I get you guys really love your Minions, but seriously, more time and effort needed to go into marketing Migration, but nope, gotta have the Minion shorts. You know me, I may like Minions, but there's like a time where it's just not needed. Maybe I should change Jeremy's hairstyle. I want to make it to where, because he is a kid. Oh my god, that is so cute. Hey, you should be happy if we got 8 minutes of Vector. I am happy. I'm probably gonna see Minion shenanigans as well. But why didn't Illumination pair this short with Super Mario movie? I get it was maybe too soon, but remember Minions: The Rise of Gru? Remember that DVD had 2 shorts? They had Minions and Monsters, which was Lost Media, and then they had Postmodern Minion. Well, I don't like Postmodern Minion. Those are like 2 shorts. Mario movie didn't have any shorts at all. None for Minions and none for Mario. Because all their time and dedication was put into finishing Migration. It just kind of feels far-fetched that they're not really doing... It's far-fetched that they're not really doing much with Migration. They don't have any merchandise, aside of some stuff they show on Twitter, and their recent videos are just shorts with the Minions. And the newest thing they've done so far was a Minion chasing a duck. That's the only new thing they've done. I animated short for Minions takes 1 to 2 years to make. Really? How? Postmodern Minion and Minions and Monsters are completely different styles. Postmodern Minion is like set in the big city, and Minions and Monsters is based on the Dungeons and Dragons series. A lot of time and effort was put into that short. And for that matter, why did there have to be Postmodern Minion? It could have been better. Couldn't it have been better if they just had Minions and Monsters instead? You have to introduce another asshole Minion, Claude. Listen, Illumination, we already have an asshole Minion. We don't need another one. And the worst part is, Claude could even be even worse. Kind of. Worse than Mel. You remember Claude, right? He's the Minion that basically was recognized for his art talent, and then he got so caught up in the glory, he forgot about his friend Jeff, and let power get to his head, and people wanted more inspiration and stuff, but whatever he was turning out just wasn't as good anymore. And he wanted to save it, his reputation, but it failed. And then, after that, he then is noticed for his dancing, and then they take him in, leaving Jeff behind. How much cruel do you have to be to leave your friend behind like that? It's kind of hard to watch. That's why I said that short Postmodern Minion is not one of my favorites. Minions and Monsters is the definitive best Illumination short. Even beating out Competition and Santa's Little Helpers. Because at least I love how they really were able to treat minions actually really well. But the same can't be said for postmodern minion. We're supposed to like the minions. We're supposed to laugh at their shenanigans. I don't want to feel bad. Another contender would have to be Yellow is the New Black. Maybe this took place when the minions were still in prison. We don't see Mel in this. Either he left more minions behind, or this takes place when they were all still in jail. Because literally at the end of the short, they end up back in prison, and I saw other minions there, so this must have taken place. I know I don't want to say this, but hey, Metro, do you know the guy that dressed up as Vector and the channel is called Victor? Oh, a single minion short takes a long time to make. I'm getting upset again. I don't want to get upset. He may not be as bad as Mel, but Claude is up there with being one of the worst minions. One of the worst, but not the absolute worst. Tim looks kind of menacing. He always holds a weapon. He was in the first Despicable Me. Mel is just a freaking asshole. Claude is a full of himself minion. There's just... Tell me, what am I supposed to like about these guys? What is there to like? Really nothing. They're not giving me reasons to like these guys. They're giving me reasons to hate them. And I don't want to hate them because I love minions. But much like regular show, you tend to have some problems with the series or franchise as a whole. Regular show with its love romance stuff, Mordecai's unlikability, and then you got Despicable Me with asshole minion Mel, and full of himself Claude. If I want to be generous, Tim isn't overall bad. It's just every time I normally see him, he dressed up as a dad in the first Despicable Me and went on undercover missions in Despicable Me 2. But Kevin was more of the show stealer there. If I want to be generous, I'd say Tim isn't bad like Mel and Claude. So there's only 2 bad minions. Unless there are others I missed. Minions are supposed to be mischievous, fun-loving characters. They do not need to be unlikable. You're kind of setting a bad example. Like, if you want your mascots to be popular, don't make it to where they're just so unlikable that you can't even say much about them. Even to the point where people would even hate the characters. With me, I only hate that particular minion, but you know what I mean. It's just kind of hard really to talk about. How do I say this in the nicest of ways so I don't get really upset? Well, first off, let me go rewind the music, and secondly, Chad didn't turn out good. This is a beta. Maybe I should fix his ear. Give me a second, I gotta fix Chad's ear. This will be the definitive cover for it, but it will at least lead up to something. Well, this is a beta. It'll be better when I listen to Usher or Drake later. I mean, I can imagine Otto doing that. He did save him in Rise of Gru. Mel! I don't want to talk about Mel. We're already done talking about Mel. I'm just trying to fix Chad's ear. I want to like Mel, okay? I want to. But aside of Minions The Rise of Gru and actually helping me in missions and Minion Rush, Mel just isn't convincing me that he's that good of a guy, or minion for that matter. The only time he's actually happy is in the Illumination logos. Think about that. He's in the Illumination logo for Sing. He's in the Illumination logo for Despicable Me 3. He was also in Sing 2's logo for Illumination as well, right next to Otto. No offense, Otto, you need to stay miles away from Mel. Please, your time is much needed somewhere else. Don't be with that minion, and especially don't be with Claude. What would you want, an asshole minion that doesn't really care? Or would you rather have a full of himself minion who only soaks in glory and popularity, thus leaving you behind? No, he does not. I mean, in the original cover for it, they looked more like babies, so I had to fix them up and make them more like toddlers. I have to debate whether or not I want Chad and Jeremy to wear clothes. Jeremy looks big right here. I don't like how it turned out. Like bobblehead Jeremy right there. Yeah, this is why I need to have actual music to listen to. Video game music won't really work. I mean, do you think Jeremy turned out good? Also, the early design of the minions are originally going to be robots. I know that. I knew that already. I've seen concept art that the minions were going to be robots. Now, whether or not, I don't know whether or not to salvage this Jeremy or to keep him. That's kid Jeremy right there. I don't know, toddler, how you, like, interpretate it. Baby Jeremy or something. Little baby Chad. No, if they were babies, they'd be sitting down. I want to find Crash Bandicoot music. Just get Speenixinator. Gotta redo Jeremy. He didn't turn out good. Sorry, bud. I gotta look at Jeremy this time. Because I wasn't looking at him. I was looking at his kid self. Ah! Oh, wait. Yeah. I should probably fix Chad as well. That beak is way too small, even for him. He's got that buck teeth, kind of like Mordecai. I just don't want it to make it look where he looks like a baby. That's what I'm worried about. If you're wondering, the Chad and Jeremy kids, the font for the kids kind of looks similar to Kids R Us, which I was kind of debating whether or not to do it like the Toys R Us colors, but Toys R Us used to have something called Kids R Us, so that's the font I'm going with. It's because he's been in the moon for a while. We don't even know how long he's been there. Maybe the short might say, oh, it's been this long. Oh, it's been this long. Yeah, you guys talking about Vector. What about the minion on the moon? What about the minion on the moon, huh? Are we forgetting about that guy? I want to know the name of those minions that came to rescue their friend. That's what I want to know. Maybe I gotta fix Chad. Unless I want to make it to where I could just put him down, I guess. Can I do that? There's gotta be a way I could salvage him. Okay, maybe his eyes can look in the other direction. Because I don't want to start over. I already started over with Jeremy. I don't want to do it with Chad. Maybe Jeremy should look in the other direction, I guess. There we go. Oh my god, that is adorable. Look at that. I can imagine that would be them as kids. How they've grown. Honestly, has Jeremy actually grown? Well, of course he's grown. He's not a kid anymore. Seems like the Phoenix scenario music is... Hopefully Vector gets off of the moon. Maybe that's what they're setting up for. The short is basically setting up him, maybe escaping the moon, and then convincing the other villains for help. Like maybe breaking El Macho and Balthazar Brat out of the Anti-Villain League facility. Because remember, they get arrested by the AVL. Vector, I don't know, he hasn't been arrested. He's been on the moon for so long. Scarlet's probably dead. The Vicious 5 are also dead. So, unless they're going to establish Drew being a villain, I don't know. Yeah, Jeremy has really grown up. But even as a grown-up, he still has a baby face. So, it's not like he's basically outgrown his childish self, let alone very similar to me. Like, I haven't outgrown myself, but... You get it! Jeremy's got a baby face, okay? Despite him being an adult here. There you go, I said it. I just really gotta focus. It's been so long. I've been delaying this for so long. And later on, I'll probably draw a much better beta for Chad and Jeremy kids. Characters in there are primarily... I like Chad Baby. He's not a baby! It's called... Is it called Chad and Jeremy Kids? Yes, it's called Chad and Jeremy Kids. I mean... Oh, no. Okay, hold on. I just... Does that say Chad and Jeremy Babies? No, it says Chad and Jeremy Kids. Primarily, they are kids. They're not babies. If they're babies, they're sitting down. They're just kids right here. I don't know whether or not to give them clothes. It'll take more time and trial and error, which I don't have time to do. I just want to get the logo over and done with so I can eat my ramen. It's right here. I gotta finish it. There's only so much that limited ramen I ate. Drew should not be a villain. Well, you heard what he said. Somebody's gotta follow in the family tradition. Maybe when he comes back, he'll actually be a very menacing villain. Think about it. His arc began in Despicable Me 3. I would love to see him actually become something, but it's gonna be sad seeing that he went down this path. But you can't really blame him because he's got Mel over there cheering him on. Who knows? I'm just so excited. I just want to see a trailer for Despicable Me 4. I just want to see one so badly. I don't care if it's a teaser. I just want to see something aside of that short. That short is probably the closest thing we're going to get to something relating to Despicable Me 3-4. And finally, after that's over and done with, can Illumination please stop with the Despicable Me movies? You got that one lucky shot with the first Despicable Me. I like Despicable Me 2. Minions is your best movie. Despicable Me 3 was god-awful. You redeemed yourselves with Rise of Gru. But seriously, after 4, you need to stop. You need to stop. There's nothing else you can do with Despicable Me after 4. Unless there's, like, something, then maybe? You want to do something for Despicable Me? Why don't you just go make a short on Minions? Like, why don't you make a Minions series? Put it on Universal Kids. You guys can still have Minion stuff, but just don't rely on for it being movies anymore. Yes, it brings in the money, but you gotta really think about what your audience really likes. You're evolving, you're innovating, migration's brand new. You really gotta move past that. I get they're your mascot, Illumination, but you gotta stop doing the constant Minion stuff. Like I said, if you want to do something Minions, just make a Minion series for Universal Kids, or Peacock, or Netflix. Like you have, I mean, does anybody remember Saturday Morning Minions? You know, those little shorts that played? Do something similar to that, but do it in the usual style. It'll take long to make, but at least your franchise is surviving on something. Don't just rely on just making movies and stuff that rely on the Minions. Hey, Voice Legend! Welcome to the stream! What if DM4 is worse than DM3? What is probably going to happen in DM4? We're going to lose here back. Yeah, well, let me just say, for the record, if DM4 is worse than 3, there is no hope for Illumination. But I highly doubt there's going to be something even worse than Despicable Me 3, far more irritating than Sponge on the Run, and aggravating as Merry Christmas Mordecai. There will not be anything similarly close to that. Just a heads up, this is the beta. I don't know if it's going to be finalized. How's it going? Hello. Oh, I'm good. Just working on a beta for Chad and Jeremy Kids. It's a spin-off I'm going to be making soon based on my regular show fanfiction. Maybe I should have made Kids a bit bigger. I did it on the Jeremy layer! Oh my god. I did it on the Jeremy layer. It's okay. Sponge on the Run is not the worst movie ever. Frozen and Freebirds is. Actually, I like Freebirds. You know what? I don't have time to work on the cover or like redo the letters. It's fine the way it is. Let's just have it on the Jeremy, I guess. Is that final answer? Finalized, perhaps? I got Crash Bandicoot Warp music playing. The least I could do is just get this done. Live streaming right now, Mom? Alright, just, the creator of the Mighty Bee played the female turkey for Freebirds. Oh, that's nice. Video game music sometimes helps me concentrate during live streams. So I normally have music that I listen to that's from Spyro and Crash. Then again, the first game I played was Tekken 3. But Tekken is not music to listen to when you're trying to draw Chad and Jeremy as kids. The nut job. I'm a little mixed on that one. So, if I want to, okay. That's actually adorable. I actually like how that came out. Regardless if I drew the logo on the Jeremy layer, it's not really doing much harm, I guess. When is this Shrek stream? What? I don't do Shrek. What are you talking about? I haven't seen the nut job, so I'm not quite sure. Look, dude, I only talk about regular show, Minions, Tekken, and Illumination stuff. I don't do Shrek. Illumination is my favorite company. Far better than what anything Warner Brothers is doing right now. Oh, screw what they're doing right now. What they're doing is shit. At least they're bringing regular show back for Cartoon Network, so at least they're doing something right. But that's something they should have done a long time ago, even after regular show ended. Even with the fact of bringing it back, I mean, I'm glad they're finally doing that, but what took them so long? Was there, a lot of demand for regular show to come back? Do they just want to make it up to JG for canceling close enough? There's just so many questions as to why they decided to do it now of all things. Well, at least, I know Shrek is a goat. Wow, I think that's the first time I've ever heard you swear, LOL. Voice, I've been swearing, but I just don't swear that much. Okay. I have to like remind myself that I have to draw the original design for Grayson. Hey Daniel, remind me later on to take out Tekken 3 for Crash Bash. I want to play Metal Fox. That's the only Crash Bandicoot games I have. Crash Bandicoot Warped, Crash Team Racing, Crash Bash, and Crash Tag Team Racing. The most innovative game in the series. Wrath of Cortex stopped working. And the only Tekken games I have are Tekken 3 and Tekken 4. I was able to beat Tekken 4 twice. I don't ever want to do that again. It's too hard. I like to keep it PG-13. You're, okay. Okay, maybe we don't need to add Grayson. Unless I want to try to do her redesign or something. People are gonna say, is that Charmander? No, that's my Dragon Shelby. Shelby just had a completely different design. Are you buying The Last of Us? I don't buy new games. I only have a PlayStation 2 and a Nintendo Switch. But I primarily got that for Pokemon. Besides, that OLED model was like $340. That thing wasn't cheap. I just love how Grayson's just like behind Jeremy right there, like, hey, what's up? Okay. We get it! Sonic! Come on, dude. Please excuse Sonic. He always says this weird stuff. If I want anything for Christmas, honestly, I want the entire collection of Illumination movies. But if I do that, I'm gonna have to risk having, like, 2 copies of the worst Despicable Me movie. And I don't want to do that. Is it worth it to suffer? I gotta do it for some reason. I just really like Illumination. Hold on, does the, complete box set, do they have Minions Rise of Gru? So do I. I don't think they have Rise of Gru on the complete box set. Damn it. I've seen it. They have it over at Walmart. They have it for like $15. The positive is, it's a good thing because almost all the Illumination movies are on there. The worst part, the bad news, Asshole Minion Mel is on there as well. He's literally on the front cover for it. It's bad enough I own a copy of Despicable Me 3 on DVD, that he's on it. Well, I would risk having another one where he's on the front. Couldn't you just have Gru or Drew instead? Like, they are the main characters of the movie. The Minions only have 15 minutes screen time each. I know that because I've seen the movie. I recorded it on... The thing is on Peacock. I have a Peacock subscription, being the only few subscriptions that I have aside of Paramount Plus and the soon to get back HBO Max. Dude, if you talk about McDonald's right now, my brother Daniel's gonna ask for it. Big time. Note that I'm actually drawing this with my finger on iPad. I'm not using a stylus. Seriously, Sonic, I don't know why you say this stuff. You say McDonald's, knowing I'm a Wiener Schnitzel fan, and you know very well if I say McDonald's, my brother's gonna ask what he wants from there. Okay, while you're at it, why don't we do a little speculating? Do you think Illumination's going to have a tie-in with migration with either McDonald's or IHOP? You're not the only big fan. My brother Dangle likes McDonald's. Dangle, what do you want at McDonald's? Hold on a second. Let me pause the Crash Bandicoot music. Dangle, what do you want from McDonald's? See? It's that easy. He knows exactly what he wants. Me, I just want a large fries. Wait, no. I want a 10-piece nuggets, large fries, and a Dr. Pepper, no ice.
And 1 fries.
I'm just telling them what order I want, Dangle, not what you want. Remember, it's called a beta for a reason. Can I have some McDonald's? No! Stop saying McDonald's! Please, I beg you. Please stop saying McDonald's. You're gonna make me hungry. I have some ramen over there. I need to finish 3 packages of ramen. Just please. Fries and chicken nuggets and a large cold drink. Dr. Pepper, no ice. Clearly, that's one of the things I get. And, however, Jack in the Box, I normally get the, sourdough Jack, no tomato, large fries, and a Dr. Pepper, no ice. If there are other options, I would pick, maybe a Coca-Cola and Sprite. If there are options. Because sugar literally makes me sleep. So we're just going to do Chad, Jeremy, and the, Opossum Grayson. But you gotta be careful, because sometimes it could color in everything else, like the eyes. I mean, you know, for a beta, it just... it's not complete without Shelby. My streams have a tendency to end abruptly, and I just don't want to end it immediately, and then... it just leads to nothing. I say this because it does happen. So, well, you hate Jack in the Box? Why do you hate Jack in the Box? Now I'm actually curious. Why don't you like it? Do you just not like the food? Is there just something you don't like about it? I gotta know. Their food is gross. What? Is it? Really? Dude, I don't like the sound of that train. Do you hear that? Glad I'm not out there right now. You know, if I would have drawn it on the Chad layer, it would have been easier to color in Shelby, so yeah, we're gonna do Shelby on the Chad layer. It's just a beta process. I don't want people saying, oh, she looks like Charmander or something. McDonald's is better. Yeah, well, that's your opinion. Yeah, train's very loud, hurts my ears. I can't be near trains, because if I hear them at a close distance, it disorients me. It makes me lose my train of thought, no pun intended. It makes me lose my train of thought, but it comes and goes. It's only temporarily, which is why I feel bad whenever I'm doing live streams and the train just happens to pass by at the other park. And then you guys have to hear that thing. And that's not even the worst part. The worst part is probably those motorcycles at night, which is why I choose not to really do nighttime streams anymore, especially when going downtown. I mean, it's great to see, like, all the lights and stuff. They, like, set up Christmas early. Yeah, you're probably not going to see Chad a lot because Shelby's taking up a lot of the space. But like I said, I just got to get this done because I got food to finish over there. And I don't think you guys want to hear me eat my ramen. I'm loud when I eat it. How can you tell? I know. I slurp loudly. So we don't need that. That's why I need to finish this up quickly. Shelby doesn't look too good, does she? Hey, Supersonic, you gonna make a Minion Rush? You know what? The Shelby's not gonna make it. I just can't chance it. I don't want to chance it and she's gonna turn out, unless I maybe draw her on maybe Grayson's side. It's not easy doing this without music. We just wait for you after you eat ramen. Don't want to make the horn too big. Just remember, this is a beta. When I'm actually listening to actual music, the covers will be a lot better. I like the art. Do you? Yeah, but Grayson didn't really turn out the best. Can I just get rid of Grayson and just have it be Chad and Jeremy instead? After all, it is called Chad and Jeremy Kids for a reason. And I don't want to drone on something. You can keep live going until you come back. There's no pause button. There's no pause button for Streamlabs. Omelet Arcade is no more. They shut that thing down. I'm gonna try again with Grayson. I'm not really happy with the results of how she turned out. She's a Virginia opossum. My characters tend to look scientifically accurate, but before, she didn't look scientifically accurate. In the later years, now she does. Because my characters go through changes. Even the regular show ones. The Chad and Jeremy, as much as I like their replaced design, I'm not really feeling their redesigns. I felt that now that I'm in the... No, get out of my head! Oh no. We got, Reddit posted something in the regular show Reddit. I'm gonna get my Crash Bandicoot music back. Minion Rush, please. I'll think about it. There'll be more talk about the Illumination deciding to do a Despicable Me short when I'm playing Minion Rush. It just sounds a lot more easier to do it there rather than talk about it here. They still don't have merchandise for Migration, aside of stuff they show on Twitter. I mean, have you seen the shorts that Illumination does? They're mostly just AMVs, but with minions. They just have music playing, and then there's like minion stuff. I do like the one from the first Minions movie. That one's actually cute. But then you got the Wii one. Dangle quotes it so much. Ever since I watched it, he keeps doing the Wii. I think it's based on a meme. And they used the wrong minions when they were trying to do it. They're trying to do it in real life, but it won't really work because Jerry was the one that got abducted, not Otto. They used an Otto toy instead of Jerry. Did you guys not have a Jerry toy lying around? You had to make it confusing? Is it a nitpick? No. You guys have the toys. I don't understand why you mistaken Otto for Jerry. Otto doesn't get abducted. Jerry does. And Otto was in the first Minions movie. He just fell off the plane. Yeah, remember when the Minion was holding onto the side of the plane? I think that was Otto because it must have done something to him. That's why he slurs when he talks. He made that Wilhelm scream. He goes, "Ow!" I'm dead serious. He actually does that. That's like a theory I have, that Otto was in the first Minions movie, but they just didn't really pay much attention to him. And he's just became this chatterbox. Just so he could have someone to talk to aside of Bob. Alright, Minion Rush. Otto, he doesn't sound funny. He literally sounds like me when I'm like talking non-stop. I know you guys maybe want to see a Shelby, but I just don't want to chance it. I wrote the Chad and Jeremy logo on the Jeremy character, so it's too late to change that. And if I try drawing Shelby, well, I'm going to have to, it's going to take trial and error again, you know? I just can't do that. We just gotta hope and pray that Shelby turns out right. Maybe her mouth will be closed, I guess. Otto should have car commercials. What? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Hey, a voice, if you do a live stream, I'll be sure to stop by. This is a disadvantage because when you're trying to draw another character on a different layer, if it's not filled in properly, it's going to overlap. That's why I need her mouth to be closed. Shelby, of course, is a baby dragon here. She's actually a little baby dragon. I just don't feel that Chad and Jeremy Babies is going to work as a spinoff. That's why I'm going with Chad and Jeremy Kids being the much better idea. Example, if I try to make her beige tummy, it's going to also overlap with Chad. That's why I was afraid of doing this. I think maybe Spire music would have been a much better idea. She's starting to look like an adult. I'm not liking this. We gotta make it to where it doesn't have her look like an adult. I gotta make her look chubby. How chubby? Not small like the baby dragons from Year of the Dragon, but just small enough. Because Otto name is Otto. It's Otto, not Otto. Otto. Blamug, you gotta say it right. Very amusing. Please. It's best you don't make fun of his name just because it sounds like Otto. Her mouth needs to be closed. I can't risk the teeth overlapping Chad's hair. I just can't. You won't really see her wings. Yeah, we need Spyro music. This Crash Bandicoot music isn't working for Shelby the dragon. That's the, maybe we should have, Summer Forest or Autumn, Plains. Autumn Plains? I mean, it is make her auto chubby. No, I'm not doing that. Why is it whenever you say something, it tends to piss me off? I know Otto is chubby. You don't need to remind me every... You know what? I'm just not gonna go there. I'm just not. This is Spyro 2 music. Peaceful, huh? Composed by the same person, Stuart Copeland. I hear people say that Spyro Ripto's Rage is the best in the franchise. Is it? Is Bob shy? Otto's not chubby, he's an amazing character. Yes, he is! He's awesome. Better than that minion Mal. There's still debates whether Crash Bandicoot 2 or 3 is better. But in my honest opinion, me and Voice Legend both agreed that Crash Bandicoot 2 is the best in the franchise. Because Crash Bandicoot Warped is not the best Crash game, Crash 2 is. Otto and Stort in Area 51. Oh. Okay. Well, at least it's not Maximum Enforcers. Not was it Maximum Enforcers? Or was it Maximum Force? It was the same company that made Area 51. Same mechanics and everything. Wait a minute. Which one of those games came first? Maximum Force? It was made by the same people that made Area 51. It's a arcade game. The blood is too hyper-realistic. I don't like it. Area 51 is made by Atari Games or something. I think. Was it Atari Games? My knowledge on video games isn't as strong as my knowledge with regular show or Minions. No, the movie. You said what? Wait, hold on a second. You're sort of confusing me right now. Okay, maybe it'll work. Okay, so these ones are filled in. Okay, so say you want to fill this in, it just becomes beige. There's a way to do it. We have to be very careful not to overlap the actual one. This is why it's hard to draw characters. It's on a different layer, but it's on the same page. You can't just move them around. I only moved Chad around so that way he could be shorter than Jeremy. That's what I needed to do to make him fit in the frame. Then again, Shelby's looking like Charmander over here because she doesn't. I can't even see her wings. There's no time to add her wings. There's no room. In Chad and Jeremy Kids beta, it's just, well, just keep in mind, it's just a beta. It's not like it's official or not. This is a hub area in Spiral 2. It's all peaceful and stuff. Anyone who's played the game, you might imagine or hear that there's like an orb just bouncing around. Does anybody have that feeling? It only happens to those who played the game. What do I think is the best Spyro game? Honestly, Year of the Dragon. Year of the Dragon holds a special place in my heart. It's one of the few games I completed along with Crash Bandicoot Warped and Crash Bandicoot Throughout the Cortex. I know the game has flaws, but that was my first game I played on the PlayStation 2. So, I'm probably the only person I know that doesn't hate Wrath of Cortex. Even with its problems, I still consider it to be one of the best the franchise has to offer. Not better than Crash Bandicoot 2, but you know what I mean. It's up there. I just defend it. I think it's a good... Holy smokes, I gotta put my thing on the charger. All this time. Dude, why did you tell me my thing was about to die? You gotta keep track. Alright, enough. It's starting to get repetitive. Ugh. Where's the Crash Bandicoot music? I want Crash Bandicoot again. Or... yeah, we do need Crash Bandicoot. Oh, Dale! Can you do that Crash Bandicoot thing for the Patchy slot? Can you do the... huh? Why do they make the Japanese Crash Bandicoot look so cute? What is their deal? Why do they do that? I guess they just have a different way of marketing Crash Bandicoot in Japan. He's got Pac-Man eyes. That's the thing. Crash Bandicoot used to be one of my biggest hyperfixations, but Regular Show and Minions basically overtook it. I still love Crash Bandicoot. Like, I play the games, but he's not as a obsession like how Jeremy and Minions are. I say Jeremy because he's literally the only character I talk about from Regular Show's side of things. Which I don't want to talk about because I don't want to get upset. Dude! You gotta stop. You're like the weird level, dude. Seriously, why talk like that? Sorry, guys. That's how Sonic is. He can get weird. Perfect medieval music because Shelby's a dragon. I just gotta color her in. She's just a baby here. She's the only baby. I'm sorry, I like to laugh sometimes. I like to laugh too. You know, I normally put those images, those images, those funny things. Whenever I put them up, I realize that they're really hilarious. Especially with Jeremy's beak looking like a safety cone. I literally had to contain my laughter. It was so much I had to stop myself from laughing. But still, I continue to laugh. At least that stuff is funny. That stuff is hilarious. She's almost done. Ah! I like the auto where he looks at Kevin talking. Okay, we don't really need that mouth, do we? Oh my god, she's so cute! Look at Shelby, wow! I can't believe it, we actually made it work. Well, I actually made it work. Well, she is a dragon after all. Oh yeah, I have to put, I gotta do it in the Jeremy thing. I am so playing Crash Bandicoot Warped when this is done. Well, one, I need to charge my iPad if you want to see Minion Rush later. But, you know, sometimes I just don't want to live stream Minion Rush. You know, I got my own life. And I just don't want it to be, you know, repetitive. Is Mel the only minion that never said buddy? He did say buddy. He said that when he was in the cafeteria. He was saying, buddies! But Kevin says buddies more times than he does. Why are you talking about Mel? I don't understand. Why did you mention him? I wasn't even talking about Mel. You just brought him up. You know what happens? Ugh. What am I kidding? Stream's almost done anyway. I mean, the beta for Chad and Jeremy kids. That's what you got. I mean, I'm kind of happy with how Shelby turned out. She does really look like a baby. The basis was primarily just to get it out of the way because I keep saying Chad and Jeremy kids, Chad and Jeremy kids. Like, oh yeah, I'm working on Chad and Jeremy kids, the cover for it. But I never got into really doing it because I always get distracted. It's like when I'm talking about other things, I tend to forget about the things that I want to actually work on. Like, you always say Minion Rush, why don't you play that game? You ever ask what I want for once? This is one of the few examples as to where I just need to really work on what I really want to work on, so that way I don't forget about it in the near future, because I want Regular Life to at least have spin-offs, because I know if We Baby Bears exists, then Chad and Jeremy kids should exist. I feel that that's a much better option, rather than just having to revert to the usuals. I think Chad and Jeremy as kids might sound better, because it gives a lot more wiggle room to really flourish them as characters when they're young. Or maybe Chad and Jeremy as toddlers or something. I don't know. I just feel the spinoff would probably be aimed more for kids. This is not going to be for adults, considering that this is the Gray Rat. That's just Grayson. More about her if you, like, actually read the regular show fanfiction, Regular Life. But this is Chad and Jeremy Kids spin-off to Regular Life. Yeah, I'm actually... This is Eurodemo music, just normally played in demos that people get from, like, Pizza Hut or something, so... yeah, this is the music we're gonna be listening to. There's actually a guy called PSX. He actually played demos for the games. Primarily, he played Crash Bandicoot, and he also played Tekken 3, but his disc was scratched up so badly, I felt bad for him, like, wait, we've done this already. It was so funny. It's worth listening to the music. The music is actually really good to listen to. I normally put this on sometimes when I'm doing drawings, but it's not really as effective. And you gotta have the signature, the baby polar bear. Yeah, Ione doesn't exist yet. Because Chad and Jeremy meets Shelby and Grayson when they're kids. So, I don't know whether or not to change the design. This is what they look like as of right now. I mean, like, Chad and Jeremy are basically toddlers or just preschoolers in this. But if I want to really think more into this, I might want to focus more on their school years. So, yeah, going on adventures and stuff. Can I have the baby polar bear? No. Why would you want Ione? I'm sorry. Ione's, what the hell? Why are you asking for Ione? Why are you asking for Ione? I don't get it. Ione's one of my characters. You can't have Ione. You can draw her, but you can't have her. I own her. And since Railsor doesn't do jack shit with Chad and Jeremy, I own them as characters now. I do much more than they ever did with the characters to begin with. They're just side characters. They're just in the background. They only made a cameo in Ever Meet Burritos. They don't do anything with Chad and Jeremy. They don't have merchandise of them, aside of Fiona and Cake with Adventure Time, which was the much more successful predecessor. I mean, we don't have a series for Chad and Jeremy. I'm the one that's working on that series. Yes, you can draw Ione. You have to go through rules. Like, don't say if you want to own characters that I worked on, because, no, I don't want you to do that. Ione is different in my case. She's basically, she kind of represents me as a person, kind of, half and half, and I kind of put a little bit of myself into Jeremy as well, in terms of personality. I mean, what can you say with Chad and Jeremy from regular shows? They're just hipsters, but in regular life, it fleshes them out as characters. That's why I got Chad and Jeremy with their first official movie, Jeremy the movie. I'm actually starting on what to say. And I'm slurring. Hold on a second. Okay, let me start over. Regular Life primarily just focuses on Chad and Jeremy after they don't have the job at the park, and it's a very dark fan fiction. It's unlike anything you've ever seen. That's what I was gonna say. And this is only primarily for people that like Chad and Jeremy as characters. If they don't like Chad and Jeremy, they're not gonna like the series. Then again, Regular Life doesn't have every single episode that has Chad and Jeremy. I mean, like, regular show focused too much on Mordecai and Rigby, not being able to focus on other characters in regular shows. So Regular Life, a lot of characters tend to have screen time, not just Chad and Jeremy. Heck, there's even an episode of Regular Life where Jeremy doesn't even get a mention once. So, yeah, he may be the main character. Let me guess, the baby polar bear doesn't eat meat. Of course she doesn't. I mean, yeah, of course she doesn't. She's a vegetarian. Same goes for Shelby. She's a vegetarian too. She just eats carrots, grass, and cassava roots. Maybe she also eats dragon fruit. She doesn't want to eat meat with potential fear that she'll have a taste for meat and try to eat her friends. Which kind of backfired with one of the characters in Regular Life, because it shows the consequences of what happens when a predator actually eats meat and can't really contain themselves. With the exception of Grayson, because she eats like chicken legs. Josh is different. He's like part ostrich, part velociraptor, and so yeah, you can kind of tell what happens, the side effects of feeding an actual carnivore meat, and that it has an everlasting effect on the cast. But yeah, that's just about done it. I've done the cover for Chad and Jeremy Kids. I don't know if the beta is going to be final or not, but this is the best I can do. So yeah, I'm gonna finish eating dinner. I gotta go. Yeah, no wonder she never eats Chad and Jeremy. Why? Why? Okay, let's just time out for a second. I, for one, had no intention of doing that. And second, I know she's based on carnivores, but that doesn't mean it's Shelby that doesn't want to eat her friends. Ione just hates the taste of meat. She thinks it's yucky. Shelby can eat meat, she just doesn't want to. Ione detests meat. That's part of her character. She doesn't eat that. She doesn't need that to survive. That's what's different about her. And please, whenever you say that kind of stuff, it just messes me up. You're lucky I'm not drawing anymore. Yeah, it makes sense. I want to have my series to make sense. If I want to go into the history of regular life, I'd say the first thing you should probably check out is Jeremy the movie, because that was the first fan fiction I wrote when I was in college. High school was the comic, and then you got Season 1, Season 2, Regular Life Journey to Legion, Season 3, Season 4, Season 5, and we're right now in Season 6. One of the worst seasons of Regular Show, and I'm in Season 6 of Regular Life. Pray for me while I'm still able to withstand how horrible that season is for Regular Show. Alright, I can't wait for Chad the movie, the sequel. There is no Chad the movie sequel. I mean, Chad is in Jeremy the movie, okay? He's one of the main characters. He's one of the main characters of Jeremy the movie, okay? He's in Jeremy the movie, he's in Regular Show Replaced, he's in Regular Life, he's in Journey to Legion. Chad is there. He's almost always with Jeremy. There are times where they're not together, but that's only primarily for safety reasons. And you'll learn more about that as you continue to read the series. With all due respect, I need to end it, like, right now, so I can finish eating my ramen. I gotta regenerize, because, that Chad and Jeremy kids drawing took a lot out of me. So, yeah, we're done. So, if you want to watch Minion Rush later, I'll let you know on Discord when I do stream it. But for right now, I really need to go eat. And maybe work on a new cover for Chad and Jeremy Kids when I'm actually listening to Usher or Chris Brown, because just video game music isn't gonna cut it. Laters.